Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mrs. Willie Feed. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mrs. Willie Feed, and today I'm going to revise with you posting of the CPJ to the General Ledger. Before we start with it, it is important to remember the following concepts. Remember that the General Ledger has two sections. The first section is the balance sheet account section, that consists out of assets, owner's equity, and liabilities. And if you look at it, if you look at your owner's equity, it will always be capital in drawings. Then we have our fixed assets, that's our land and buildings, vehicles and equipment. Then our current assets, that is bank, cash float and petty cash. And then our liabilities, that is bank overdraft, creditors, and then our loans. Then we also have our nominal account section, that is our incomes and our expenses. And if you look at this incomes and expenses, it is things like current income, sales, cost of sales, rent income, commission income, and your expenses like water and electricity, consumables, salaries and wages, insurance, telephone, and so on. Always remember as well that the General Ledger has two sides, that is the debit and the credit side. And if you look at the debit and the credit side, always remember that it looks exactly the same, that you always have year, day, details, folio, and amount on the debit side as well as on the credit side, because it is what you write on the debit side, you must also write on the credit side based on the double entry method. Right, you can also remember that if we look at the rules according to your General Ledger, that your assets always increase on the debit side and decrease on the credit side. Your owner's equity increase on the credit side and decrease on the debit side, and your liabilities decrease on the credit side and decrease on the debit side. Remember as well that your owner's equity consists out of what increases it? Capital and incomes will increase it, while expenses and drawings will decrease your owner's equity. Now, it's very important to understand that in your CPJ, your most important column is your bank. So what do we know about bank? If you pay money, your bank account will decrease. If it decreases, bank is an asset. If your bank decrease, it will be credited. So all your other accounts will be debited, because if you put 100 Rand on the credit side, you must always put 100 Rand on the debit side as well. So if we look at our CEJ, remember that we said bank is your most important column. So if you take the other accounts like your trading stock, your wages and your sundry accounts, and you add these three amounts, then it will always give you your bank account total as well. So the 22,000 plus the 3,000 plus 156,250 will equal 181,250. Remember that when we look at our sundry accounts, that the days are very important as well. When we post to the ledger, if we look at the columns, it will always be on the final day. But remember, because your sundry accounts don't happen so often, that you post them on that particular day, as well as your folio number. For instance, in this case, is CPJ1. So bank is our most important column. Bank is an asset that decreases, so it will be credited. So all your other accounts will then be debited. So let's see how that will look. So remember that assets increase on the debit side and decrease on the credit side. So what is our assets? It's land and buildings, vehicles, equipment, trading stock, petty cash, cash float. But what is our most important account here? It's bank. What do we know? If you pay money, it will decrease, so our assets will decrease. And our owner's equity will increase on the debit side and decrease on the credit side. So if we look at it, capital and incomes will increase our owner's equity, and joints and expenses will decrease our owner's equity. But in this case, we're looking at the expenses, or the things that we can pay. So what can we pay? We can pay drawings, or we can pay for expenses that will be debited, or we will buy equipment that will also be debited. Right, so if we look at how we will posted. We will start with the bank account. The bank account is our most important account. So on the credit side, we will have the date first, 2023 March. Because it's a column, we write the 31st. We write total payments because it's from the cash payments journal and it's a total of the bank column that we paid. Remember, we said the folio number, CPJ1, and we take then the total of that column, 181,250. The next column that we had was our trading stock account. So again, 2023, March the 31st, in your CPJ1, and the total of it was 22,000. And why do we write bank here? Because bank was credited here, so we must show that is where what account was credited, so it will be bank. The next column that we had was our wages. 2023, March the 31st again, because it is a column. Again, it's bank because bank was credited, that we can show. It comes from the CPJ1 and the total was 3,000 Rand. Now we get to our sundry accounts. Remember, sundry accounts do not happen often, so we posted on the day that it happened. The first one was our drawings. Again, 2023 March, on the 4th, because that was the day the transaction happened. Again, bank, because bank was credited, so that drawings can be debited. CPJ1, and the amount was 4,000 Rand. The next one was our land and buildings. 2023, March the 5th was the day of the transaction. Bank was credited, so we show that bank was credited. The folio was CPJ1 for 150,000 Rand. Then we had stationery on the 21st. Again, bank was credited, so we show that it's credited. CPJ1 for the total of 1,000 Rand. And the last one was our bank charges, again on the 31st, not because it's a column, because it's a sundry account, and that was the day that the transaction happened. Bank was still credited, CPJ1, 1,250 Rand. If we take the 4,000 Rand of drawings and the 150,000 Rand of land and buildings and the 22,000 of trading stock and the 3,000 of wages and the 1,000 for stationery and the 1,250 for bank charges, and we add it up, it must give us the 181,250. And that shows that we completed the double entry method rule that is important for a general ledger. For every debit, there is a credit. To summarize, remember the general ledger has two sections called the balance sheets account section and the nominal account section. It also has two sides, the debit and the credit side, that looks exactly the same. Remember that the debit side must equal the credit side because we call this the double entry method. In the CPJ, the bank column is the most important. What do you know about it? Bank is an asset that decreases, so it's going to be credited. So the rest of the columns is going to be debited. It's either an expense or drawings that decrease our owner's equity or an asset that increases. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being part of today. I hope you learned something. Remember, accounting doesn't come easy, or financial literacy takes practice, practice, practice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Willifield.